With these OST training plans, we're going to move into keep away and the idea of possessing versus a defender. And this plan will include 4 different ideas that you can adapt and change as you see fit. So to the top left, you'll see the players playing a 3 versus 1 with 1 defender in the middle. Every pass must go through the box, otherwise the players will be around the outside and there'll be no competition. It looks like they're playing with 1 touch. You can play with 2 touch, you can play with multiple touches, you can have no touch restriction at all. It's all going to be about how you challenge the players to make it as challenging as possible for them. The defender is going to be confined to that space and the blue players will be around the outside. Now you've got to work to get them involved. And over to activity 2, bottom left, you'll see there are 5 channels, 3 blue versus 2 red. Each player is stuck in their own channel. And then the challenge for the blue team is to get the ball from one side to the other. We'll give them extra points or 2 points or however you want to calculate your bonus points for the ball going from one end to the other. Then if the red intercept the ball, they get to keep the ball and play 2 versus 1. And then to the bottom right corner, you'll see the 3 players centrally in little boxes each versus the 4 blues who are spread out across the angles. And the same kind of pattern as the previous one. Bonus points for crossing the ball across the diagonal of the playing area. Otherwise, the players can move the ball back and forth and sideways to each other. Importantly, you'll see the movement of the reds, and this is how we can really begin to work on the defensive shape of the red team. Whilst they can't actually press and tackle for the ball, they can hold their positioning and provide cover. So therefore, the ball would be in front of them. It would be more predictable and easier to play against. And the idea is that we give bonus points for the splitting passes because those are the passes that we want our attackers to perform. And then to the top right, you'll see we have 2 players on either end of the playing area for each team. And then centrally, there are 6 squares with the players offset. So we have 3 and 3. Players can possess with the idea of getting the ball from one end to the other, just like the previous plans. Bonus points for getting the ball directly if they can. And you'll see how the players are beginning to move out of the passing lanes. And this is really important to help them understand where they may move and why they may move there. So your coaching may focus around understanding the objective is to get the ball to the other end quickly. And with youth players, we often find players will be in the way a lot. Now this is a really good way to help them understand how to get out of the way, how to help their team go forward. So 4 varying levels of ways to train your players to keep the ball away from the opponent or from the defender. You can adjust those setups as you need to with or without the numbers that you have. You can make the squares to hold 4 or to hold 6 or to hold 8, or you can do duplicate areas so players are all playing in smaller spaces. The focus is not losing the ball. We have the SFYS at Home program to help players stay on the ball, to control the ball, to become familiar with the ball at their feet. So when they come into this training environment, it's to not lose the ball. We want to make the defender work. Hence the ruling of playing the ball through a square in the first part of this plan, so that the defender has to work, and then that also challenges our attackers. So there are individual challenges for every player will be for them to be open, for them to be moving, and for them to be good. Remember, be good, don't lose the ball, look after the ball, do your work.